The cold doesn't play fair. It seeps into every crack, numbs your fingers, and turns every breath into a frostbite gamble. But during the icy stretches of the Soviet winters, engineers discovered a heating trick so simple yet so effective that it literally shocked them, and for decades, they kept it under wraps. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button and join the History Survival Code family, where we unravel survival secrets that history forgot, but the smart few lived by. This wasn't just another furnace or a high-tech contraption. No, this was a single brick, a humble, unassuming brick that could warm an entire bunker. At first glance, it sounds like the stuff of fairy tales, but the Soviets weren't messing around. When temperatures in Siberia plummeted below -50°C, conventional heaters failed. Engineers spent weeks testing designs, fuel types, and insulation methods, yet nothing came close to the efficiency of this deceptively tiny brick. The magic lay in its construction. It wasn't just clay and fire. This brick was crafted with a unique blend of high-density materials that stored heat far longer than ordinary bricks. In tests, a single brick could absorb the energy of a small fire and radiate it slowly over hours, providing consistent warmth without constant fuel. For soldiers trapped underground or engineers stationed in freezing bunkers, this meant survival. Engineers initially doubted it. They had been trained to think big: boilers, stoves, central heating, but this one brick outperformed entire systems. Experiments revealed that placing the brick near air vents amplified its effect, circulating heat efficiently throughout the confined space. Even more astonishing, it didn't consume additional fuel once charged, making it both eco-friendly and operationally stealthy. In military terms, the brick became a silent weapon of endurance. Troops stationed in remote outposts could maintain core body temperatures without generating smoke or noise that enemy reconnaissance could detect. Commanders quickly realized that this microheater could extend operational periods during winter campaigns and reduce supply strain. Imagine an entire squad surviving weeks in sub-zero conditions, with barely a flicker of fire visible to the enemy. That's the level of innovation hidden in a single brick. The secrecy surrounding this technology was almost as impressive as the brick itself. Documents detailing its formula, production methods, and placement strategies were classified and locked away for decades. Engineers and soldiers alike were sworn to secrecy, and knowledge of the brick's power was passed down only orally, creating an almost legendary status among those who had experienced it firsthand. To this day, veterans recount stories of sleeping in freezing bunkers only to wake to gentle radiating warmth. No stove, no fire, just a brick doing the impossible. What makes this even more fascinating is the underlying physics. The brick's composition allowed it to absorb heat rapidly from a minimal source, essentially storing thermal energy like a rechargeable battery. Once charged, it radiated the energy slowly, creating a self-sustaining heating cycle. This principle, while simple, was revolutionary at the time. It's the kind of clever, understated engineering that history often overlooks, yet it shaped outcomes in ways few ever documented. The survival implications extend beyond military applications. The same principle could be applied in modern emergency preparedness. Imagine a disaster scenario where fuel is scarce or electrical heating fails. Having a heat-retentive brick or similar material could mean the difference between life and death. The Soviet engineers, in their icy bunkers, inadvertently gave the world a lesson in minimalist survival engineering: small, efficient, and quietly powerful. Even more, this brick highlights a broader philosophy of Soviet innovation: practical, often overlooked, but ruthlessly effective. While the West chased bigger engines, flashier tech, and constant upgrades, the Soviets focused on solving the survival problem in the harshest conditions imaginable. One brick, one solution, zero compromises. It's an elegance that engineers and survivalists alike still study today. Of course, recreating this exact brick remains a challenge. The original formula was lost to secrecy, but modern materials, science has begun to emulate the concept, dense ceramics, phase change materials, and compact thermal storage units. Yet, nothing quite captures the audacity of a single brick keeping soldiers alive in Siberia, while the world believed survival depended on giant, noisy heating systems. So, what can we take away from this buried piece of history? Innovation often doesn't come in big, loud packages. Sometimes it's a quiet, unassuming solution that quietly saves lives. And in the case of the Soviet one-brick heater, it was a lesson that endured for decades, hidden from the public, yet immortalized in the memories of those who survived the harshest winters imaginable. Next time you're struggling to keep warm or looking for clever survival hacks, remember the brick. Small, strategic, and insanely effective. That's the kind of thinking that separates survivors from the rest. The Soviets didn't just invent a heater, they engineered resilience. And that's the real secret buried in the ice. If you loved uncovering this hidden Soviet secret, smash that subscribe button and share this video. Dive into more stories where survival, strategy, and sheer ingenuity collide. Join us at History's Survival Code, where history isn't just something you read about. It's something you live, learn, and survive by.